Welcome, warriors, archers, shields, and cavalry. I am your knight riding a horse in the fields. Now it is time for the final starter guide for an intro to a unit type, because, this unit is technically not in the starter category. So let's end with a marathon and race to the hills. Welcome all to the speedrunning, archer-ending, shield-breaking cavalry. The cavalry is not a starter unit. I get that. It's an intermediate unit. But here's the thing. I want to lay down the basics of each unit type because I do not want to have to explain these strengths every single time I do a cavalry unit, of course. So I just want to go over their abilities, what's good about that specific one that stands out to others, what's bad about that one that stands out to others, not, Anyway, let's not skip a beat and run right into the strengths. The cavalry are the starter class with the highest HP because apparently the horses are bulkier than your shieldsmen. For what reason, I have no idea. The cavalry move the fastest out of any units with the same or lower pricing, which is pretty good because, you can outrun archers, and those archers are going to be scared of you. The cavalry do a ton of damage to anything, well within reason that's not a spear trying to poke at you. So you're going to rip them wide open with this charge. Now, let's slow down for a minute, guys, because we got to talk about the weaknesses. The cavalry, they can be easily wiped out with a spear unit, like I'm meaning literally destroyed. You can charge into a spear unit, and you will run out of that spear charge with probably 5 less cavalry. And your boys are going to be screaming because they are going to die to those spears. Don't charge them. The cavalry cannot hold points without falling for at least a second because they have to run away from enemies. They can't just sit there in like Medieval 2, Total War, if you know what that is, and tank hits. No. They have to run away, ram into the enemy, go through them, come back around, go for another charge. It's kind of like hitting someone with a car. The car's not going to sit there and fight. Archers can break you if you let them fire upon you. Of course, you will break archers most times, but that doesn't mean you should let their 50% armor piercing sit there and shoot you in the butt. Got it? Okay. Now, let's catch up in the race with some tips and tricks for the cavalry boys. Always charge in and out. Never fully commit or you will perish because it's kind of like a car. That car is not going to sit and fight when you're at point blank range. You kind of want to hit them like a freight train. Avoid all types of spears because even though you will still do damage to halberds, fact is, after a couple charge, they might have men left, and you might be dead on the ground. They want to fight you, so don't let them get your juicy horse boys off their horses. Okay, now, charge down any type of archers to end your teammates' suffering, because you do not want the archers to pick off your teammates like they're a wet sponge, because I told you in the last video how good archers really are. So you need to be the person to end your teammates' death. Okay, my conclusion on these very fast boys is I believe the cavalry, they're a really, really good unit and have very, very few counters in the game because, spears are the really only viable counter to higher tier cavalry. It's a very good pickup, especially if you enjoy not having much competition. And also, if you find a spear in your lobby, you can just dodge the match. I mean, there's nothing really stopping you from dodging a spear match, like the triple cavalry player that I decided to go up against in my shield guide for you guys. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you. And, also, if you have cavalry teammates, they might just be the cockiest players in the game. Maybe a stereotype, might not be, because you might see a GG easy towards the enemy if you have a cavalry on your team. Anyways, guys, that's it for the cavalry guide. If you want to consider joining the kingdom, I would enjoy having you here. By that I mean subscribing. Otherwise, I enjoy all the attention and, support you guys are giving into the videos, the views. I hope you guys are finding them, helpful, because I'm giving information videos. I hope that it's helping you out in your Warlords gameplay, and I will see you next time in the intermediate guides. Ooh, and I'll also tell you what the upgrades are from, of course. Anyways, have a good day, and that's Zayak off duty.